What's up, guys? Eli here. Back for another fucking collection video. I have made videos of all my newly arrived acquisitions, should I say. So I'm just going to go back to the old boring collection videos. Hopefully they're not too boring. I kind of enjoy doing them. It's kind of cool to go over my collection and like pick up a CD that I haven't listened to in 15 years. And yeah, I don't know. It's fun. So hope you guys somewhat enjoy it. Whatever. So, I'm going to pick up where I left off. I'm still in the letter B, and here we go, 10 CDs. This first one, this is actually, this is a pretty rare album from what I understand. I think that the CD goes for, I don't know, a decent amount of money. Not a ton, probably. That is Belial, Wisdom of Darkness. Belial, look at this back. Look at this fucking band photo, by the way. Holy fucking shit. I don't even know what to do with that. Yeah. This is Belial's, man, I know I said in my last video I'm going to work on my accuracy. God damn it, that's probably not going to happen. I want to say this is an EP, it might be a full length. That's the only area where I'm probably going to screw up. But anyway, Belial are a really killer band from Finland. Finland, right? There's this, God damn it, I'm pretty sure it's Finland. God damn, I really got to get better at this. They play a Black Death type metal. They started off playing more of a death metal. They kind of switched over to more of a Black Death. From what I understand, in the last few years of their career, they played like some sort of a rock. I don't really care to hear that. Their first couple albums, including this one, are fucking awesome. Look up their EP, what's it called, like Gods of the Pit or something. That is an all-time classic. I should say underrated classic. It is fucking brutal. Really good stuff. Just, yeah, look into early Belial if you haven't. I feel like they are a slightly underrated band. I know a lot of people know them, but man, a lot of people don't, from how I feel. So yeah, if you like Black Death, man, look into Belial. Their releases basically get kind of weirder each time, but like I said, their first couple are worth your time, worth checking out. Next up, I have a couple albums from a band where I really like their first couple albums, and I don't own any of them, but I have some of their later releases, which are just okay. I mean, they're really not worth. You'll know what I mean. There's Belphegor, Bondage Goat Zombie. Yeah, okay. What can I say, man? You well know Belphegor, Australian Black Death. Started off a little more interesting, and they, down the line, their recent albums are just polished sounding and mostly uninspired, I gotta say. I don't have a problem with the band per se. I think they're decent, but that's it. I feel the same way about them as I kind of do with like Behemoth. Although Behemoth started out, their earlier material is far better than Belphegor's. But yeah. Next I have one of their newest albums, and I only listened to this one time, Conjuring the Dead. I found it incredibly boring. Yeah, I bought it, a couple years ago. It came out in 2014. I should give it a couple more listens, but so far I can say I thought it was pretty boring. Just kind of Belphegor by the numbers. Yeah. Man, this is a bummer of a video. Next up, I'm going to show another album that fucking sucks. That is Bible Black, the Black Swan Epilogue. Fuck, man. Only reason I ever bought this is because Mike Weed, who you might know from like King Diamond and shit, plays guitar on this. He's a fantastic guitarist. I really like listening to his playing, but that's about all you're going to get out of that album is some cool leads and stuff. The rest of it is just fucking garbage. It's like a, that late 90s, early 2000s, like melodic kind of death thrash stuff that was going on. This kind of falls into the category of that. I mean, it's got a little bit more of an original sound than just those elements, but still, man, I found this boring as fuck. If you like it, chime in and, maybe you can throw some points in there that'll make me want to listen to it again, but until then, I think it's a pretty shit album. Alright, an album that doesn't suck. Awesome. Birth AD, I Blame You. You can get this from Unspeakable Acts Records, which is where I got it, as you know. It is like a kind of a joint label with Dark Descent. This is a killer album, man. Birth AD play a pretty cool layout too, by the way. But yeah, Birth AD, they play a like a crossover style thrash, which oddly enough, I mean, I really enjoy this. I'm not a big crossover fan, but this one is it's just got enough, metal elements that I feel like the metal elements definitely eclipse the punk elements. You know, it's not such a 50-50 combination. It's leaning towards the metal side, but definite crossover flavors. I like it, man. The production is great. The songwriting is really good. The musicianship is awesome. Look up the song. If you haven't heard this album or band, look up the song, what's it called? Kill Everybody. It's just that was the first song I ever heard from this band. It's so fucking catchy. It's awesome. I love it. And it's about killing people, so it's a win-win. All right, another album that I kind of really don't care for. Whew, holy shit. Recent album from Blackfast, Terms of Surrender. I bought this album after hearing a song or two. I liked elements of those two songs, so I was hoping that the rest of the album would be better. And it didn't really deliver for me. But really, I don't have a lot of complaints about this. Blackfast, which, first off, what kind of name is that? And they're Americans, too. So there's no, like, lost in translation English. Anyways, yeah. It's Blackfast. They play, like, basically like a technical thrash, which is usually a, you know, kind of subgenre that I really fucking enjoy. I really enjoy bands like Watchtower and, you know, a few others. But anyways, the musician, and these guys are really young too, from what I can see. The music is good. I mean, it's technical. It's, you know, it's just full of ripping solos and riffs, and it's definitely a force to be reckoned with musically. But where it falls flat for me is the fucking vocals. It's that vocal style that it's just like, it's not a typical thrash vocal style. It's not a death metal vocal style. It's just screaming, and that shit always turns me off. I mean, it's like, I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna be a vocalist, I feel like you should choose a style. Don't just. It's just, I don't know. The vocals are fucking awful. They don't fit the music. They either need to get a new vocalist, or this guy needs to change his style up to more of like, who am I to judge? But anyway, I would suggest more of like, I would enjoy this band more if there's more of like a thrash style vocal, or, you know, more leaning towards death metal. But it's kind of in between those two, and it's nothing. It's neither of the two. I don't know. I just hate these kind of vocals. Completely ruined it for me. I may never listen to it again, but like I said, it's pretty cool. If you like technical thrash like I do, progressive thrash, I mean, there is some enjoyment to be gotten out of it. You just gotta, you gotta get over those fucking vocals. All right, next, the band that I fucking love. I wish I had their debut album, and I don't. Why? I don't know why. Black Hole. This is their more recent album, I believe. Living Mask. I want to say it's their second full length they ever did out of two. Don't quote me on that. Black Hole. You should know them. They are an Italian doom band. They have kind of a classic debut album called Land of Mystery. I need to own it. I do love it. I've heard it a number of times online and shit. Black Hole. If you're a fan of doom, you should know them. If not, I'm surprised, but you should look into it. They're kind of like, one of those. I mean, Italy. There's a lot of bands that do this in Italy, but they are, I gotta say, probably the best out of them all. They play like a kind of a progressive doom. That's all I can really say. It's weird Italian stuff. It's just really good. I haven't listened to this album that many times. I can't talk about it that much. Holy shit, dude. Sorry, Louis. But look into Land of Mystery. That is, if you've never heard this band, that is the album you need to start with. It's fucking weird. It's quirky. It sounds like nothing else I have ever heard, and I have listened to tens of thousands of albums in many genres. It sounds like nothing. And they totally had their own complete original sound. Not a lot of bands can say that, so it's fucking killer, I think. And I have a feeling, I mean, you're either gonna love that album, or you're not gonna get it, and you're gonna hate it. But if you do get it, you're gonna think it's brilliant. So, Black Hole, man, amazing band. What do I have? I got 3 CDs left. These next 2 are from this is a dark ambient, or actually, I think what these people call it is ritual ambient, which I'm not a big ambient. I don't know how you want to say it. I'm not a big fan of that stuff. I like some. Most of it, I just can't fucking sink my teeth into, and I can't pay attention to it, and it just in one ear and out the other. But I'm trying to get into more ambient stuff. Anyway, ritual ambient is a genre which I know even less of, and the actual music makes even less sense to me. I think you have to be, you just got to be into this thing. I think most people that listen to ritual ambient, god damn it, fuck, choose one, Eli. I think are more like people that study the occult, stuff like that, because that's what it has to deal with. It is like occult ambient music, usually done during rituals and what have you. That's about the most of my knowledge when it comes to this stuff. Anyways, you're probably sitting here wondering why I haven't even said the fucking name of the project, and I'm sorry. Project in question is Black Seas of Infinity. They are, or he is, I should say, one of the most prolific and more respected artists in the genre. And he's actually a buddy of mine. His name is John Longshaw. Fucking amazing guy. He's from Salt Lake City. Originally, he actually lived in my town for a couple of years, and we just met randomly. We became really good friends. He's a fucking awesome dude, one of the most amazing humans I've ever met and probably ever will meet. Anyway, yeah, man, if you like ambient stuff, more occult, leaning to the more occult side, look into it. This album is called, goddamn, why didn't I tell you? Shit, dude, I can't remember what this album is called. Oh yeah, it's called Heros Gamos. There you go. And I won't go through the entire booklet, but I really should, because a lot of fucking work was put into this. There are just different artists who did like every panel in this booklet, and it's just full of artwork, amazing, mind-blowing artwork. Yeah, that's just a couple samples of what you get. I believe if you want to contact him on Facebook, John Longshaw, first name is spelled Jhon. Look him up. I believe he still has copies of this left. So if you look it up online, if you like it, hit him up for a copy. You won't regret it. Yeah. Next up, I have one of his more recent releases, and that is a split with Shabalba, which is a ritual ambient band from Greece. Pretty sure it's Greece, because it is a dude from Acherontis, who you might know, an amazing Greek black metal band. So that really made me want to hear this. I wanted to hear both sides of the split. But anyway, this came out, I don't know, a year or two ago. You can also get these from John or Nihil Word Productions. Yeah, either way. Go if you like ritual ambient stuff, you're probably gonna want to hear that. Last but not least, we have another band who I never really hear mention of. I like them. I really enjoy them. I've heard a good amount of their stuff. That is Black Torment from Mexico. Black Torment play, I'm just going to call it black metal. There are probably hints of death metal in there occasionally, but I don't know, man. It's highly unoriginal, but very, very enjoyable stuff. I like a lot of bands from Mexico. I like that they don't usually try to reinvent the wheel, but man, when they make a metal album, it's just usually that much more savage. I don't know why, and I don't care. I like a lot of Mexican bands, a lot of South American bands in general, but when I hear good things about a band from Mexico, I'm usually all over it. So anyway, that is 10 CDs if my counting is correct. Yeah, I won't have many more collection update videos in the near future because money has become... I spent a lot of money last month, and now I got to catch up and balance it out. So I'm probably not going to order anything for a couple months. So I'm just going to keep doing my collection videos, and hopefully you guys get enough out of that to want to chime in and talk, or fucking just watch the video. If you're just watching, that's cool too. But feel free to say something, start a conversation. My next video I'm going to do on just entirely just Black Sabbath, because that was kind of what was coming up next, or actually in between all those. I set them all aside. There's more than 10, but I set them all aside so I can do them all at once. So it's going to be like a Black Sabbath video. I think that's going to be cool. Anyways, thanks for stopping by. Have a good day. Talk next time.